So you're watching this video because you currently own a CFMOTO 675 SS and you're looking for a little extra spice to throw on, make it a little bit louder. Or you want a CFMOTO 675 SS and you don't know what exhaust to get and you can't quite figure it out and you don't know if you want to buy the bike yet and you want to align a super nice exhaust with a super nice bike. Or you're just like exhaust on bikes and you're just watching this video because you like to listen to exhaust on bikes or just like bikes in general. Well, I'm here to dive into 3 brands that have made full exhaust systems for the actual CFMOTO 675 SS, as they are far and few between. There are not a lot of brands out yet, but I know there's plenty that will be coming out in the coming months, especially next year. So let's get into it. So a few things before I start off is I just want to give you guys something to consider here. So these are full systems, okay? They can potentially void your warranty. I'm going to talk about just the full systems, and that's all I'm going to talk about because you can do a slip-on variation, which is possible, but it has to do with a lot of welding, and unless you know a welder or you want to learn how to weld and you get the time for that, then it's going to be tough getting a slip-on exhaust for this bike. And second thing, this is all an opinion, guys. This is not factual. Like, any things that I throw in here are not factual. These are all just opinions and how I view the sound, because I have the CFMOTO 675 SS. I ride one. If you haven't seen any of those videos, feel free to check them out on my channel. But these are all opinionated. These are what I think sound the best or look the best. There are plenty of systems that you can look at on eBay and say, oh man, I can get this one off of eBay for this price. Yes, there's plenty of them that are out there. The slip-on ones there that people welded together. There's options on AliExpress. I know SC Project has a slip-on variation of this. There's plenty of little different variations that are available on an eBay or AliExpress or any of those. On any of these different apps or sites that aren't on the actual brand website. There's also just full systems that people have made. Yes, there's plenty of them, but I'm talking about ones that are just readily available or ones that are bigger branded, more streamlined, more mainstream, if you will, exhaust systems that are out there. So one of the first brands that I want to talk about is Ixil or Ixil, or however you pronounce it. Some people pronounce it differently. The reason why I kind of want to throw this one at 3 of like the favorite ones, or the ones I want to mention first, is because, to be honest, this one, I had the Ixil exhaust for my CFMOTO 450 SS, and it was a slip-on, and it was great. The Ixil exhaust for the CFMOTO 675 SS is not a slip-on, it's a full system. Here is an audio clip. Oh, in my opinion, the Ixil exhaust is a little raspier. It's got a little bit of a higher tone to it, but I will say the easy to buy factor here is definitely there. They're really easy to find and easy to buy, considering their exhaust only runs you about 824 USD, however that translates to your country. The only catch with this is there's only one variation of it, and again, it does have a little bit more raspier of a higher tone, but again, it is readily available. It's really easy to find. It is in stock. You can order it, install it on your bike, and it's there. And you don't have to get it off eBay or anything. Ixil is a well-known brand within the scope of exhausts, if I should say. It's a weird way to say it, but that's the best way to say it. Now, the second brand I want to talk about is Aero. So there's a lot of Aero exhausts, like the Pro Race exhaust they have. Apparently, there's a slip-on version that you can get, but I have yet to really see it online anywhere that you can just actually get it that fits the CFMOTO 675 SS, like just out of the box. I think there's some things you have to do to get it to fit, but don't quote me on that. And I don't have any sound clips on this one. I can play the sound clip one with the apparent slip-on exhaust here. But I'm not quite sure if that is the actual exhaust itself or if it's just a slip-on variation that someone was able to fit. A lot of these exhaust clips, when I was looking them up, there's no real details or brands that they mentioned saying, hey, this is the brand I have. This is where I got it from. This is the link that I have. Although Aero is a really easy brand to find because they're out there. It's just really easy to type in and find them. Their price range is probably about the same as the Ixil exhaust, if not a little bit more. I know the Pro Race goes for about 1,082 USD. There was a slip-on variation I saw somewhere that was going for 857 USD. So it's a little bit more expensive than the Ixil brand. And unfortunately, right now, this one is currently out of stock as I make this video. But I know that plenty of companies or there's different exhaust sites you can go on where you can purchase the Aero exhaust itself. So last but not least, this one's pretty much a no-brainer here. Or if you've seen any of my content here, you kind of know which one I'm going to talk about here. So Van Diemen, the Van Diemen full system. It has multiple variations, which I like about it. Variations are a high mount titanium exhaust system. They have a slash cut low mount titanium exhaust system and a side mount titanium exhaust system, which is pretty cool that they have 3 different variations, which all cost you around 1,338 USD. It is a little bit pricier, so that is the downside of Van Diemen. It's a little bit pricier, but coming from someone who has this exhaust, I will say that it is well worth the price. And another great thing about this brand is they are easy to find. You just type in Van Diemen and there it is. Actually, when I was researching this video and trying to find different exhaust systems prior to buying the bike, this is the first brand that came up. Now, the exhaust you see in this my sound clip video where I am revving the bike, the exhaust that I have in the video that I showed you with my bike, they don't sell it anymore. The other ones, they definitely do sell, which I think is pretty cool because the high mount titanium looks really sick. I can only imagine how cool that looks on the bike. This is a really quality exhaust. This is a really good one. And they are definitely in stock. I think Van Diemen is definitely really making a name, not making a name for themselves, but with this bike in particular, then yeah, they really are. They really allowing a little bit more accessibility for the 675 SS, which I think is awesome, especially here in the States. It's kind of hard to get these. Now, another thing just to mention too is some of these brands will just say it's for the SRS or the SRR, or they'll have the overseas variation that still will fit the SS. I can quote that because when I first got my Van Diemen exhaust system, it did say just SRS, or it said just like the overseas one, but when I got it, I can tell you right now, it definitely fits my bike just fine, and it sounds beautiful. So if you're shopping around for an exhaust right now and it's something that's been on your mind because you want to do something over the winter or wherever you are, you want to throw a little bit more pizzazz or extra sound to your 675 SS, these are the 3 brands that I think I would stick with. Obviously, Aero kind of being a little rough one to get right now because, well, they're out of stock right now, so you can't really get them. But I mean, they're out of stock for a reason. Either they didn't make enough or a lot of people are buying them. So maybe they must sound good. I don't have any sound clips again for the full exhaust. So I do apologize on that. But these are the 3 brands for right now that I would look at right now. There's, again, plenty of eBay stuff, so don't cut yourself short. If you are into smaller brands or people who kind of do it privately and weld their own stuff and you want to support them, 100% go to eBay and look in there. There's plenty of them. I cannot tell you that enough. There is definitely plenty of them. So as the months go on, considering that the 675 hasn't really been out for like a year yet, in the States at least, there's plenty of options that are starting to open up, and I know there are plenty of brands that are working on it. Team MSC is where I got my tune. They're working on exhaust as well. I know they're trying to get their own going. SC Project is a big one. I know I'm going to butcher this name. Akrapovic? Yeah, that's me being American there. I know they're also working on different stuff too, and they make really good exhausts. Obviously, they're a little bit pricier, but they make them really good. They're a quality exhaust for sure. And if there's any exhausts that I haven't really mentioned or ones that you guys have been able to find the needle in the haystack, because it can be kind of tough to find these, especially because the videos are few and far between, shoot a comment down below. I'd like to kind of look into those. That'd be kind of cool to kind of dive in and see what else is available. Maybe I'm missing something, or maybe my search algorithm isn't really hitting it, or maybe my Google search is just fully pulled toward Van Diemen because that's kind of where all my YouTube videos are. So maybe it's just pulling that algorithm. Now, the options available for these exhausts have definitely grown for sure, because when I first was shopping for this bike, there really wasn't much out. I don't even think Ixil had one out yet, or they were just coming out with it. And I think I was about to get it, but then Van Diemen had one because I just stumbled upon them and I was like, ooh, like this exhaust sounds like what I want. This exhaust sounds great. And I don't want to make this video for you guys to feel like you have to pull the trigger on any of these 3. There's plenty of other options that you can have, especially on eBay. I can't list them all because there's so many options that you can. Obviously, make sure that the buyer is reputable. You guys don't want to walk into a bad situation, so just keep that in mind. But there's plenty there. None of the 3 big name brands that I mentioned here. But that's all I got for you guys. If you guys found this video helpful, please leave a like. If it wasn't really helpful and you're kind of still stuck in your same spot, you can feel free to leave a dislike too as well. No harm done. Let me know what exhaust you guys ended up with, or any sound clips if you guys have any videos uploaded. Post your link down below. It'd be awesome to kind of hear those. And just let me know your thoughts on the video too. Let me know if, did I change your mind? Did I persuade you? Did I pull you away from something? Did I provide more insight? Or have you never even heard of some brands? Just let me know in the comments down below. And if you guys like this video and you want to keep seeing more stuff like this, because I do upload weekly, I try to upload at least 2 to 3 times a week. Then subscribe, because I have plenty of content coming out, whether it's shorts or informational videos or goofy videos. I definitely have plenty of those coming out as the months go on, and I plan on regularly uploading. So if you're looking for a consistent motorcycle channel to subscribe to that posts videos, a little bit smaller channel, then feel free to hit subscribe. It is always appreciated. I appreciate all you guys' support. And as always, guys, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will catch you on the next one. Peace.